Coach, I'd like to start the media conference by getting your thoughts and impressions about the game. Then we'll open up for more specific questions from the media. Your thoughts about the game?
Okay. First, I'm proud of the girls, how they came out and played team basketball on both ends of the floor. Seneca didn't give up. I thought that they played to the end. They played very hard. They played smart, and they knocked down some big shots.
Coach, talk about, 22-8 in the first quarter, outscoring that quick start, that fast start, and how that kind of carried you through the game.
We talked about getting out to a quick start, and being aggressive and looking to get the ball inside so we can get some. We wanted to work the ball inside out, whether it was on penetration or trying to find one of our post players inside. That's been very successful for us this year. We got out to good starts by getting the ball down low or dribble drive penetration. So that was what we talked about. Okay.
I thought that if we got the lead in the beginning, it'd help us control the tempo throughout the game and end the game strong like we did.
Same thing as Maya said, like, once we got the lead in the beginning, it really boosted up our confidence, and we were like, okay, we got this game, let's go, guys. And it really, just helped us push through the rest of the game.
For the players along the same lines, first tournament appearance and, big stage, big arena, I guess, how many jitters were there? And obviously the start helped, but give me some insight into how you guys were feeling before the game, and were you nervous at all?
Before the game, I was actually very calm. I surprised myself because usually I'm the one pumped and hyped to play. And I knew coming into this gym it would be different and with all our fans there, but I knew I had to stay calm and play the way I play.
I'd have to say, almost the same thing as her, but, we could tell that everyone else was a little bit nervous because there's a lot of, freshmen on the team, and this was their first year of ever playing basketball. So it was definitely a huge thing for them. And we, as, the leaders of the team and the captains, had to know that we got to go into this knowing that we got to have a good attitude and be calm about it. And definitely our prayers before the game and before the ride here gave everybody peace. And I don't really think that, they were that nervous, but we were kind of really confident.
Coach, just
I wanted to say something off of what she said, because she's right. We've been through a few things, a few challenges, I should say, during the year. And like Mo said, we've been, it has unified us as a team. And being a school that a Christian school, that we put a lot of our trust in God, through prayer, through the way we treat each other, and just worship. And what Mo was saying is that she felt that calmed us down, and it did, I feel.
Maya, this is for you. Coming into the playoffs here, something off the court happened around this team. How much have you guys rallied around what's happened to the coaching staff here, and how much are you dedicating basically your play on the court in that honor?
We definitely want to do this for God and for our coach Rod. We know that he's struggling with his cancer, and we know that if we stay strong as a team, it'll bring him strength, and seeing him happy motivates us. So.
Terry, your team is a great team on an 84-foot floor. What did 10 more feet do to help get that start and show what this team is all about athletically?
I thought that was definitely would give us a little advantage, because we do like to get up and down, and we have 3 or 4 freshmen that comes off the bench, but 2 of them run track, and they're very good athletes. They can get up and down, and they can smother the ball real well. So I felt that would be to our advantage, actually. So that was one of the things that we did talk about, is that should help.
Coach, this one's for you. Your team, you play up a lot of higher division teams during the regular season. Talk about being battle tested and getting you ready to play on this big stage.
That definitely helped. One of the biggest things is playing Division I schools and Division III schools is the game is a little faster, a little bit more physical. And I felt that because we played no Division V schools during the year because our conference is mostly Division III and Division IV. And our first time playing Division V school, it was like I could tell that they wasn't used to the speed or how physical that we play. So I think it definitely helped us prepare for this time.
This could be for all three of you, just touching on it. When Seneca, in the fourth quarter, your 16-point lead, all of a sudden it's down to 11, then it's down to 10, then all of a sudden it's down to 8. I mean, players, what's going through your head? Coach, what's going through your head as the lead is dwindling?
Well, they were really, coming back, like you said, and this was kind of like what I said before about the freshmen, they still want to go at it, go hard, go to the rack. But, me and Mai were like, okay, guys, calm down, bring it out. We got to stall the ball, swing it around a little bit. Don't always try to go for the layup because they're going to get the rebound and then go back and get another quick three-pointer because they were pretty hot. But we were definitely like, okay, let's slow it out. We got this game. Keep everything under control and don't let it slip away.
Yeah. It did give us a scare to see them start knocking down those threes like that, and just seemed like their confidence rose and they start playing a little faster. It seemed like they got used to the speed of the game, and so I just try to get the girls to adjust a little bit, try to bring them out, and play smart, hit the gap, dribble drive in those gaps. Don't just stand out there and let them trap us and pressure us. And attack when it's there. We really didn't need no threes. We jacked up a couple of threes that we didn't need when we were up. So we're just trying to take good care of the ball, take good shots, and let the clock be our friend is what we try to do.
With the 16-point lead, we knew that time was on our side. And as they came back, I noticed that the clock seemed like it was taking forever for time to go out. I would see 33.3 and then 26.1, and
That's how I felt.
they get 4 points. So it was definitely a wake-up call for us to finish strong.
She explained exactly how I was feeling.
And then, Coach, too, just comments on the play of Callie Boland, number 32 inside, both offensively and defensively. Harris only had 8 points inside. It kind of seemed like those two had a battle going on.
They definitely had a battle going on, and Jasmine said that, Coach, I want to guard her. Let me take that challenge. But Boland's a very smart player and plays very hard on every possession, on defense and offense. And a lot of coaches told me that she was a very good player, that she goes hard on every play. You got to box her out. She flashes hard. She comes off screens hard. So we just tried to, what Jazz did a good job, I thought, pretty good job of bumping her and keeping her off the glass.
Terry, over here, you mentioned you don't play any Division V schools, and I know every time a Milwaukee school goes up against a rural school in this division, people tend to talk. I guess, what do you say to people who question, the presence of a urban private school in this division, and what challenges do you point to that show that you have as many challenges to overcome as other schools?
Well, Heritage Christian, I can't speak to historically Heritage Christian, 20, 30 years ago. I've been there since, I think, now 07, 08. And the school has had its challenges with enrollment and students and finance and stuff like that. And so, even though we're a little bit bigger than Seneca, but a lot of Division V schools we are smaller than. I would just say to them that the WIAA they split into 5 divisions according to the enrollment of your school, and that's the rules. And I really don't see what is the question. What is they questioning? I still don't understand that because we under the guidelines, of everybody else. But I hear you say Royal area, we are way out, almost in Waukesha, and when I look around, I don't see nothing but farmland, where the school is located.
Following up on that question, I think the question sort of is, Seneca is in a county of 13,000 people.
Mm.
Seneca is in a township,
Mm.
not even a village.
Okay.
All right, and so it's extremely rural.
Okay.
A lot more rural than Waukesha.
Okay.
And so what I think the question is that a level playing field to have a school of however many you have, 200 or something like that?
166.
166. That's fine versus the 80 and 75 teams that just keep up to those. And what you're saying sort of is, where's the level playing field to draw from a metro area of 1.5 million?
Okay.
I mean, do you feel anything like that? Is that a thought? And the players too. I mean, there's a cultural difference in the species.
Yeah, I would say that. But again, it's the WIAA rules. In the collegiate level, say at the Division I level, they have the NIT, the NCAA. You can split according to how good the teams are. But in high school, that is not the way it's looked at. It's looked at what's the size of your school. But I do understand the question a little better, and I feel for them, because they don't have the opportunity to pull from as many players as we do. So, but that is the rule. But me myself, I wish we was playing in Division I. Because I don't, and that's why we, scheduled Riverside, Vincent, Dominican, because we feel we can, play at that level. And so I probably didn't answer the question, but how I feel is that, it is the way it is. I feel for them. And I think maybe it shouldn't be that way. If it's just my personal opinion, I feel it should be according to the talent level like it is in the collegiate level. But that's just my opinion.
Guys, that's all the time we have
Okay.
for your portion.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks for
thank
coming
you.
in.
You're welcome.
Coach, if we can begin by just getting your overall thoughts about the game, a general statement, then we'll open up for more specific questions from the media.
I actually thought we played a great game. The first half, they shot extremely well. I guess I didn't pay attention to the stats. Someone said they shot 9 of 11 the first quarter, jumped up to a really big lead. From the tape that we had actually seen, they were more of a penetrate, get it inside to the post people, and that was the game that we were trying to stop, and they just shot the shots outside and made them, and that was frustrating for us, I think, early on. I mean, we've been down in games, but we've been able to come back, and I think going into the half being 15 down, that was a big struggle, but we played a super second half, and we only came down to a 9-point game, so I thought we played great.
Questions?
Callie, what was it like for you out on the court falling behind that early, that quickly?
Well, we knew there was going to be peaks and valleys. We kept telling ourselves that we had to play strong through the peaks and valleys. We had to play strong and keep our mental toughness when they got ahead, and we knew that they were going to be ahead at times. So we pretty much just tried to get back on top and get playing our game again, I guess.
For both of you, did the speed of the game kind of take you aback at the very beginning? Because kind of looked like that might have been the case.
I guess probably. I don't know if that was quite it. I think we were a little anxious to play, excited to play. When you get ready for the whole week time, you get all that anticipation of being on the Kohl Center. I mean, that's kind of our goal. I think we were a little excited and kind of tried to do things a little bit too quick and turn the ball over a couple times right away early on. But I thought we did a good job really of taking care of the ball for the most part. I think I don't know. I think we were under 15 or 20 turnovers, I think, for the game. So I think I'm happy that way.
I agree.
Coach, maybe along similar lines, but first half you made 3 of 16 shots, and I mean from a defensive standpoint, what was Heritage doing that maybe took you out of your comfort zone?
I know at times they were a little bit closer to us, I think, than I don't know. I think we tried to force a few shots. We didn't pass the ball around enough times that we usually do. Sometimes we're a little bit more patient offensively. I think maybe we rushed a few of our shots on there. And at times it seemed like maybe they were deflected or something at times. Some of those, we're just not used to that, I guess. I think they were just a little bit more aggressive at that point.
Kim, we're over here. The athleticism that Heritage Christian brings, resemble anything that you played against this year in terms of a team on the court?
We played with some pretty athletic teams. I think the Potosi team that we beat in the sectional semifinal team was a very good athletic team. As far as the depth of the team, not really. I mean, most teams are maybe 6 to 7 deep. With the Heritage Christian, they're a lot deeper than anybody we've probably played this year.
And Kaylee, can you talk to the challenge of having to guard Jasmine Harris inside? And Cassie mentioned in the other news conference that it looked like you really relished that opportunity.
Yeah, well, watching tape or whatever, and we knew that she scores a lot, and we know she's big and tall, so we really knew that we had to double up and help each other out as much as we could, so we're really trying to guard her and shut her down, and that's where they got quite a few outside shots in the beginning.
And Kim, in your years coaching, can you describe how far the athleticism of your program and the girls in it has come? Because they sure looked like a team that was able to, run with this team to the degree that it did today.
Oh, I definitely think so. I think that's something that the girls have really. It's a credit to the girls. I mean, I can, as a coach, you can't take all that credit. I mean, they've worked hard. A lot of our summers, they try to put together some tournaments. We do a traveling league that we play every Tuesday night. So, I mean, we're playing some pretty tough upper competition with some bigger division schools. So, I mean, that really helps us. I know different times they've gone down to the Dells and played in the AEU team tournaments down there, and we've done very well. So, I mean, like I said, the girls have really given up some time and commitment to doing that. So, I mean, that's a plus to them.
Both of you, but Callie first. Talk about the fourth quarter when you guys were chipping away the lead. At first it was 16. Within a couple minutes, you guys were within 8. I mean, what's going through your head as a player on the court, then coach, what's going through your head on the sideline?
Well, we knew we started out the quarter and knowing it was the last quarter, and we really just decided to step up our defense, which we'd been trying to do, but it really started to click the fourth quarter. And then we started chipping away at the lead as much as we could and working the ball around and trying to draw more fouls because they were in bonus. So we really worked hard to get more shots and keep our defense strong.
I think that was the same thing. That was the team I was waiting to kind of see a little earlier. I know, like I said, defensively, our game plan was to make sure we shut down the Harris girl inside, and we did. I mean, we held her to 9 points in the game today. I mean, that's a great team defensive effort. But I mean, the first quarter, how do you come back from that? Well, the fourth quarter, we were really excited. We knew that we could get our outside shots, and we did knock down a couple shots. I know Logan did. I think Taylor did to kind of bring within that. I know at times that we actually got a rebound, but we didn't secure the rebound in that fourth quarter. If we had secured 2 or 3 of those rebounds, that would have been, I think, the difference of even closing off even closer yet. And I think that was our excitement that we got close to 8 points that we knew we could secure the rebound. We get another look at the basket.
Callie, would you describe what it was like to play against them offensively? What was their defense on you like compared to things you see during the year?
Well, most teams that we've seen haven't really pressed a lot. Like Heritage pressed the whole game, and that's not something we're really used to. But we knew that they were going to do it, and we knew we were going to have to face a lot of pressure. So we'd really just kind of try to stay strong with the ball. We knew we were going to have to come to the passes and all that stuff. So we just tried to stay strong, and it kind of took us off guard when they were guarding Logan, and I had to bring the ball up because they left me open. So kind of different, but we tried to work with it.
Coach, you talked about the athleticism of Heritage. Talk about the physicality of the game. It seemed like both sides were getting away with a little and then a lot. And I don't want to say it got chippy, but it got very physical out there.
It did. I think as from the coaching standpoint, as you see from each level you go to, it gets a little bit more physical that way. And I kind of told the girls to kind of expect that, but we didn't know exactly how that was going to get called today, and it got real physical at times. I think there's a little frustrating part, more so maybe at me at times, and I'm the one going, hey, they're all over our arms. And I know that they're not hearing anything I have to say, but yeah, it got very physical. And I guess it was both ways. I mean, that's the way it was. I mean, it got a little bit more each level. Regionals, it was physical, but the sectionals definitely stepped it up. and today was a lot more physical.
Both for Kim and for Callie, your disposition after the game was, you're leaving the court in smiles. It's the end of your season. You guys, come in here unbeaten, and I know losing hurts, but can you explain why you accepted it so well? And I mean, is it, part of it just the battle to get here that was the reward?
Wow, that's a tough one. This is where I really didn't want to question kind of like that one, because they're trying to prepare for that mentally. But I think the biggest thing is we felt a relief actually for getting here was the big thing. But we focused all week long because that wasn't what we were satisfied with, just getting here. And I think the hardest part for us that we got really emotional at the game in the locker room is that we're done. It's the hardest thing that we've been together for 18, 19 weeks, and now we're done. And I think that's the biggest thing is because we're really close. As a team, they're best friends. And as a coaching staff, it's one of the greatest things I've actually experienced this year is how close we've actually become in the last couple of years. So that's the toughie. I mean, like I said, we were just happy. It's one of those things where, we thought maybe we could still get it in that fourth quarter, but we're happy. We're proud. It was a great year.
It's great to make it here, I guess. And we weren't satisfied with that, like Mrs. Dorman said. We focused all week on what we had to do here, but I don't think you can really get here and be sad. You can be sad that it's over, but we're really proud of what we've done, and we're close as a team, so we're just really happy about the experience, and the journey has been great.
No other questions. Thanks for coming in. Great year.
Thank you. Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
you coming.
Thank